Hi, I'm Sharon Bell with the Baynet, and with me today is Matt Morgan. He is with the General Assembly, State of Maryland House of Delegates, District 29A. How are you today, Matt?
Doing great, great. Thank you
Great.
for having me.
There was a major delay that occurred this last session with the planned expansion of the Southern Maryland Higher Education Center. Are you confident that this project is going to get back on track?
I'm confident that projects will be back on track. Actually, the first year that I was in the General Assembly, we actually moved it ahead 1 year. So it being delayed, I guess, is back to its normal timeline. There were some concerns over in the Senate about student enrollment, and really there's been problems with student enrollment through every college. But
Throughout the
hopefully,
country.
University of Maryland can rectify and justify some of those enrollment concerns, and we can go ahead and fully get this project moving and shovels in the
Right.
ground, because the project makes a lot of sense from the state aspect of it. We have a lot of smart people here in St. Mary's County walking around, a lot of engineers because of the base, and we're looking at leveraging that opportunity into the private sector by building a test facility. A lot of people think this is just another building, but this is a full-fledged test facility, an $80 million project. It would be huge for our region, and we're a region that is large enough that this should be justified.
Exactly. So what do you see as that facility's potential?
Well, see it's a potential is bringing in other businesses and working in collaborations with them, almost as something similar to what UMBC does up there with their small business incubator.
So you definitely see the University of Maryland actually working with SMET, which is Southern Maryland Innovative Team,
Right.
and also Pax River.
Right.
Working
I mean,
to build that.
like I said, there's a lot of facilities on base that are highly utilized, and if we can move some of those facilities off base, and let the private sector, leverage the knowledge, I think it's good. I think it brings in businesses, and I think it helps
For
in
sure.
technology.
Yeah, it'd be great having a university. Um, do you feel the concerns about the school safety that were raised in the last few weeks of the 2018 session were adequately addressed?
School safety is on everyone's mind, and it's on my mind a ton. I have just for disclosure, I mean, I have a daughter that's in the public school system here locally. She attends Margaret Brent Middle. I have a son that's up in Towson University. So it's school and college safety is always a top concern. Honestly, I think the bill that was passed down there it was a good starting point from the state. A lot of it is more of an unfunded mandate onto the counties.
Right.
The governor had a more, how can I say, robust bill that he pushed forward. It had to deal with about $170 million with $50 million worth of recurring costs. And that would have been going to like school resource officers. The bulk of the money in the first year was going to upgrade infrastructure of all schools and make sure they had stuff like digital locks
Right.
and stuff that is securing the actual physical facility. But yeah, I think we probably could do more to promote school safety from the state level. I do know that a couple of days after the Great Mills shooting, the Delegate Ray here from South St. Mary, she put in a very good amendment to move $1 million from Attorney General Frost's budget. He has a budget there he's been pretty unsuccessful at suing the Trump administration with frivolous lawsuits left and right. General Assembly gave him another $1 million to hire 5 more attorneys, and we thought that money would be better spent in school safety. So we pushed that amendment forward, and unfortunately, it didn't pass.
Didn't pass?
Yes.
Bummer. With school safety, do you think, like with putting the resource officers, do you think that is something that all of our middle school and high school should have a resource officer dedicated to the school?
Well, I think the local jurisdiction should be able
To do that.
To do that and figure that out. The resources should be provided by the state, or at least a bulk of them should be. Honestly, I don't really want to get into the whole game of micromanaging the school systems, because I'm telling you, the local school boards can do a much better
Right.
job of that throughout the state than they can from a top-down approach up in Annapolis. You got your nameless, faceless bureaucrats that you can't get an appointment with. Your local school board will make a much better decision. But on the school safety and just all safety in general, I mean, really, the push should be towards more mental health. I mean, honestly, that's
and
where
we don't
need
have,
to
we have no mental health workers in our schools. They're shared resources.
be. Well, we have a mental health provider crisis almost, because you
We
look
do.
at some of the reimbursement rates, and this is piggybacking on what we were talking about in the healthcare sector. There's just not a lot of mental health providers out there.
Really?
Now, hopefully we can solve this. Telemedicine has been a big deal in the General Assembly. We've made numerous pushes for that. Different, technology may be a way to solving that, but obviously, the push for more mental health and the ability and access to it is a need.
Right. So is there anything more that you think that the state could do to help the school districts
As far
with
as, like,
safety? Yeah.
I think the state made a good try at it last year. As far as details coming in, and I couldn't tell you.
Right.
We're more like a wait and see. We're going to wait and see if the county, how they implement the bills that we've currently passed, and basically our door is open for Scott Smith, the superintendent of St. Mary's Schools, or the sheriff, Tim Cameron, or whoever that
Right.
to basically ask us for some more, because we don't want to take our top-down approach onto them.
Exactly. Right. Well, great. Is there anything else that you would like to tell our viewers?
Yeah, come out and vote November 6th this year. Absolutely. Let your voices be heard. Like I said, every election is a catalyst for the ideas and the solutions and the visions for the year to come. So it's our chance to come out and tell us what we've done good, and hopefully the voters will reward us with another 4 years.
Great.
And, just come out and vote.
Well, great. Well, thank you very much.
Appreciate it.
Again, I'm Sharon Bell with the Baynet, and this is Matt Morgan, General Assembly, House of Delegates, District 29A. If you have any questions, you can email elections@thebaynet.com. Thanks for joining us today. Don't forget to get out and vote.